The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
This is Emsolation.
Hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rossiano. It feels so good to be able to smile without feeling self-conscious. I have to say it. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a Disney voiceover artist and a podcaster. See, I get out of my rhythm and I can't even remember.
Yeah. And also, did you say neurodivergent magic brain?
Yes, and I'm also a queer journalist. And together,
I'm in queer media.
I'm in queer media with my best friend since I was 11, award-winning screenwriter, Logie nominated for the 58th time, Mr. Michael Lucas.
Or the third. Yeah, thank you.
Well done, babes.
Thanks.
Well done. That's exciting. I am pumped up this week. On this episode, we're going to be talking about my new personality, aka K-pop Demon Hunters.
Wow. Yeah.
Has taken over my life. We're also going to be talking about how my son sold me out at the friggin' park last week, completely hung me out to dry. I thought one situation was happening and it turns out, was not, and it was embarrassing. Will then lead into me taking on the entire leggings industry, or mumblers, as the boys at my high school used to call them. More on that later. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
The world will know you as pop stars, but you will be much more than that. You will be hunters.
They're stealing the souls of our fans? Let's send those disgusting demons back to the depths where they belong! Yeah!
It is a musical.
It is, definitely.
Not sold as. For some reason, musical's a dirty word. They try to do surprise musicals on us.
They're constantly doing that.
Why? Because I want to let you know Broadway had its most lucrative season and most bums on seats, because there was the argument, yes, Broadway's saying they had their most lucrative season, but tickets have never been more expensive. But then I went and looked up
How many people?
Most people went. So the facts and figures are facts and figuring.
Yeah, and
People love
Wicked
musicals.
made a ton of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to let everyone know you don't have to hide it.
No,
But
I
they
think
do.
you have let people know that. Don't worry. With every breath you have taken.
It's my personal mission.
Yeah.
It is. I wake up every day and say, which musical can I out?
It is intriguing. I feel like maybe they wanted to attract people that were going to be more into the Demon Hunter part of the equation or something like that. Also, because isn't it made by the same studio that made Into the Spider-Verse? So maybe
Yes.
they're like, that was a big hit.
It's Sony.
We might scare the horses if we say this one's a musical. So let's just go with that vibe.
Yeah, but the K-pop element gives away that there's music involved.
It does, but you can have.
It's also the most basic name, genuinely.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It is exactly
It's
what
a bit
it is.
Snakes on the Plane.
But it also turned me off watching it initially.
I must admit, when you texted it to me, I initially assumed that it was some sort of ironic watch you were asking me to make. And then when I started watching, I'm like, oh, no, this is serious. This would have hit her like an absolute stealth missile.
I feel so seen.
Yeah, no,
I'm
obviously.
glad. Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get
Okay.
so into that. But so initially because James, our videographer, came in, he's like, Em, you have to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. And the name straight away, I was like, okay, yeah, do I? And then Ben went home and watched it and came back the next day and he's like, Em. And then my friend John Chalker specifically messaged me and said, Em. And so the three gay men within a 24-hour period.
It's practically an intervention.
Well, it cured my PDA because I don't like to tell what to watch. But when three gay men go out of their way to send me a product, I'm like, well, the gods have spoken.
Oh, that's good to know.
Who
for
am I
me.
to turn away
Strategically, that's good for me to know.
from a homosexual recommendation?
Right.
Threefold.
So I don't have to call Malala. I could just call John Chalker and Ben.
You could turn up. The Gay Avengers could turn up.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I tried to assemble the Gay Avengers for my friend last week and it wasn't very, oh my God, can we side quest into this? Yes. A friend of mine found herself in an unfortunate situation where someone she'd been dating would not accept their breakup and turned up on her balcony. And she called me and I said, right, I'm on my way. And then she called the police and then Chella's like, what are you going to do? So first of all, I had to think about my outfit. What am I wearing to scare off this tragic ex-boyfriend that wouldn't let her go, who's on the balcony? She's called the police. It's fine. So then I'm like, okay, I got a dress. I went full lesbian commando. I put on commando pants, ones that already have a carabiner on there for fashion. I had, I put on a black top, black jacket, my black docs, the platform ones, and I grabbed a kettlebell for a weapon. And then Chel's like, you can't go on your own. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, fuck, who am I going to call? I'm going through my phone. I'm like, everyone's homosexual. Every single man in my phone is a gay man, and I don't know how much damage they're going to do.
Oh, not to fall into stereotypes.
Well, mine are. All of you are minces. So in my mind, I'm like, okay. So the first thing is I text you, but you're asleep, of course. You dinner. Because I thought, no, Adrian goes to CrossFit. You can get pretty fucking scratchy if you need to. You've got your new hip. You've got a hip that could, at a pinch, jump a balcony. And then I called Ben. He answered because Ben's up till 3 a.m. like me.
Pretty much.
Called Ben and Ben's like, right, because Ben, I once said to Ben, are you okay walking home at night? And he goes, I'm the person people are scared of.
Yeah.
Ben is a big bear with a mustache and like.
People will cross the road.
No one sits next to me on PT.
Yeah, nobody knows the gentle, beautiful
I
man.
know, I feel cursed.
No, I love it. The hard exterior, like you can live a duality.
And I can do a gruff voice as well.
Yeah, oh mate, I was already thinking about your inner world
Yes.
voice. Get off that balcony.
Yeah.
Give me
Fucking
your
arsehole.
yeah, give me your straightest.
Get off that fucking balcony.
Pretty good.
Woo! I felt movement.
I could see your finger trembling because it wanted to go to high gay, but that wasn't right.
No, I went
It was
to
the
say-
Oh
opposite.
my God,
Yeah.
I wish you'd pressed tiger.
So I'm just trying to assemble the gay Avengers to go and help a friend of ours who was in, but the police got there first, escorted him out, all's well that ends well. But and Zeke nearly got a call. I didn't bother with James because he was having wisdom teeth issues. I wasn't going to put him through that.
Okay.
Zeke nearly got a call as the only straight man I really fraternise with. But the police let him out, and so I had to take myself home, get my kettlebell back inside.
Oh, you do. You know what? In future, you know what you do? Just text and say Beyonce's dropped Act 3. And then you'll get a response immediately.
Okay.
Where is it? Give me a sec. And then go, just kidding. We have to go get a straight man off a balcony.
But me walking out with the kettlebell mentally trying to figure out which man in my life, because my dad's tiny, like, and then I'm going gay. And then I got down to, Zeke.
Kettlebells are really, like, that's heavy duty.
The sad thing about my kettlebell is it's one of the ones from Kmart which got a rubber bottom.
Yeah.
I think it might stun him, but I don't know it would even maybe cop a bruise.
Well,
So there's my gay Avengers story. K-pop Demon Hunters.
yeah.
So finally, I sit down and I watch it, and within
30 seconds.
oh my God. Do you remember in the 60s where Coca-Cola were accused of lacing Coca-Cola with cocaine?
Yeah.
Sony and Netflix have done whatever the equivalent of that is visually for neurodivergent people. I don't understand how they've put particles of cocaine within the television medium that have somehow gone into my eyes, into my brain, into my soul, into my bloodstream. Oh my God, I was stunned. I don't remember the last time a TV show, and it's a tight 90 minutes, which we love.
Well, it's a movie. It's a movie
Yeah.
that's on streaming movie. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I didn't breathe. I didn't move.
Frozen 2?
Better.
Wow. But you seem to have a similar sort of visual entranced thing, like that eye source. Maybe it's like if the eye source in Frozen 2 was an entire movie.
But also it had elements of Twilight.
It did.
It managed to infuse in so many things. It's like
It
truly the
had
AI
elements
was
of-
at work.
It had elements of Buffy. It had elements of, is it Gem and
and the Holograms?
Yeah, it was.
Huntrix.
It was like algorithmically.
How it's done. I just randomly sing that all day.
Yeah.
We run the town. I mean, Dua Lipa and Rihanna have some pretty solid trademark.
Claims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's some songs in there just for Carly Rae Jepsen's been really savagely knocked off a few times.
Right.
But
It lays out the mythology in the first like 40 seconds.
I just feel like their character arc development every character felt so full. One of the girls is autistic coded because she's blunt. She doesn't have many friends. You know, she says how she feels. She talks in monotone. One of the girls is ADHD coded. She sees colours. She says too much. And she says the sentence, I'm too much and not enough at the same time. I'm like, girl. And then the main one, Rumi. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. The vocals, Rumi, singer. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
She's hitting big
What a
belts.
combination of things to hit you with. It's not fair.
It's genuinely, I am in a
Do another
weakened
one.
state. No, I need a series.
Yeah.
I need it to be a series.
I'm sure they'll be spinning off more of them. It seems to have done incredibly well on Netflix.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, basically we meet Huntrix. It's this girl band that have been raised in like this devil fighting casa dojo by these kick-ass women, and they've kind of been brought up to not only be a part of the K-pop world, but also fight the demons that are secretly trying to suck our souls away. And they're Huntrix.
And this has been there all throughout history. There was once a time when demons walked the earth,
Yes.
but then singing groups created a force field to protect us.
Yes.
And now they're the contemporary ones that it's their job.
Yes. The Humon? What's the name of the gold fortress that protects from the demon?
Yeah.
Hunmun? The Hunmun.
Yeah.
And to maintain the Hunmun, if they can get the Hunmun to be all gold, then the demons will be cast out forever. Enter demon boy band.
Yeah, demon boy
Soju
band.
boys.
Yeah, beautiful.
The
And-
hair.
The Soju boys, hot.
Yeah.
Like there's one character whose entire personality is abs. His name, Abby.
Yeah, respect.
And I've never seen hotter, not since Jessica Rabbit.
Wow.
Have I seen such
Okay.
attractive, like not since Mufasa have I so been moved. And and I love also the idea that making the boy band, especially considering what we know about the K-pop industry, making them demons feels right. It feels like a little bit of a wink to, because the K-pop industry is known to be extremely oppressive and not good for the mental health of the people that go through. Is it the YG Academy or there's a whole, I've watched the K-pop documentary, I'm across. So I love that aspect of it. But the two leads, who, what's his name? The lead of the Soju Boys, the hot one? Jinsu and Rumi,
James.
I have never shipped any relationship more.
Harder.
But
Oh
they
my
don't.
God.
So basically their rival
Better than
band,
Bella
It's
Swan
Junior.
and Edward.
Jinyu.
Junior.
Jinu is the leader of the Devil Boy band, and then you've got Rumi, who's the leader of Huntrix. And obviously, and there's a little secret about Rumi that we find out, but I won't give it away. And so,
This is a very Buffy Angel dynamic.
100%, 100%.
Well, I mean, why not?
100%.
Incredible.
So they're fighting over the souls of humankind, basically,
Yes.
and they never touch.
Yeah.
But there's a moment in the bathhouse where he sweeps past her to protect something about her from her fellow band members.
Yeah.
And he puts his body around her, and it's slow-mo, and the wind in his hair. Not since, oh my
Certain
pardon
scenes in
me.
Viking seasons.
I would go as far as to say Lady
Beyond that.
Chatterley's lover.
Oh, wow. We've had to reach back centuries to find the potency.
How did they, like these two characters, they sing at each other and they nail, there's a song they sing together. It's the best duet since Summer Lovin' Grease. Not even a duet.
Wow.
I can't think of a better song where a male and female protagonist and antagonist have sung at each other and they don't touch, they fly, hot, they sing at
Yeah.
each other, hot, no touching still.
Yeah.
And it appeals to all quadrants. Old people, young people.
Okay.
Like they've nailed it. They've nailed it.
And can I ask, what's Elio's relationship with it?
He loved it, but is now having
worn him
nightmares
out?
about
Oh.
the demons.
Okay.
Because they are very scary, their faces, the way they're drew.
And are you just like,
Drawn.
sorry, Elio, get therapy, mummy needs to keep watching?
We skip the bits where the demon faces come in.
Oh, that's probably wise.
But
Okay.
we love it. Okay, so tell me about your experience of K-pop Demon Hunters as a normie.
As a normie,
First, tell me why when you're watching, you're like, oh, this is crack for M. Like what elements?
well, at first when you said K-pop Demon Hunters, I thought it sounded like something schlocky to me. Like I thought it was an ironic Like you could have sent me a text saying to watch. What's the one about the cruise ship that's like got?
I watched it, the poop cruise.
Like I thought.
I watched Poop Cruise.
I thought that's where we were. But then as soon as I put it on, I'm like, hang
Elio
on.
watched Poop Cruise. He thought it was amazing. It's his
Right.
favourite show.
Of course.
If someone asked him today,
Yeah.
what's your favourite show, it would
Yeah.
be Poop Cruise, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I thought it was an ironic watch, but then it began, and firstly, the animation was incredible. I mean, basically, it's.
the animation.
I know. But that's
good.
studio, Sony. I mean, I
Sony.
love what they do. They're doing something completely different to Disney, to all the other animation
Well,
studios.
remember their first animation was Surf's Up, where it was a mockumentary.
I do not remember,
So
but
the penguins surfed, but they were part of it. Was like The Office, but with penguins who surfed.
Right.
So Cody, when you take your first wave and the whole island's there to watch, what's it gonna be like?
It's gonna be amazing, and I hope the camera's rolling because you're gonna want to watch it over and over again. It's gonna be awesome. That was spectacular.
And it was the first. It was very fresh. So
Yeah.
Sony
They're
set
very
out
fresh.
to
Outside
be
the box.
open
Yes.
season.
And Spider-Verse is great.
Oh, yeah.
So awesome. And then, as soon as they got the mythology out, it did feel like something you would have come up with, basically. That's what I felt like. It felt like it was from your brain. And then I realized, this is a full-on musical. I mean, I knew that there would be music in it, but no, it was beyond that. It was the characters break into song to
which
communicate.
and progresses the storyline.
Progresses
and
the storyline.
the music isn't just contained to
Will
the stage.
probably one day be some sort of stage show, and you'll probably spend an exorbitant amount going to it.
I've already ordered
I
merch.
dread to think
Of
about
course
how much
you
you've ordered.
have.
And we haven't even got to the fucking OCD cat, who's my all-time favourite character in any TV show ever. The OCD cat and the crow with the hat.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
OCD cat kills me. The way he has to keep picking the vase up. Anything that falls over, he obsessively has to ride it, but he's got massive wonky paws and he can't do it.
Yeah.
I watched that cat try to put a vase together for 2 minutes. It's the most riveting
was
television
great.
I can think of since The Bodyguard. Oh my God. And then the crow with the amazing fedora and the 6 eyes. Those two need a buddy fucking comedy. I need the buddy series about how those two met. Neither of them said one word for an hour and a half. Compelling. Keep
But
going.
also, I mean, I think for you as well, it like plugs into your love of fantasy mythology worlds as well. Yes. I'm not quite as much of that. So I love the premise. I love the animation. I love the music. But, I was enjoying it. But
What was your favourite song? Golden. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know the names of the songs.
Soda Pop.
And also, you know me, I think maybe that one. You know me, I have to listen to
it will
things.
take you over.
Yeah.
Put it on
Yeah.
at the gym.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's like trust me.
I will.
I've K-pop Demon Hunters
That's what
at
I
the
needed
gym.
to do with Mayhem. It was my transition. I was enjoying it, but then I put it on the gym and I'm like, I'm going to wear this one out.
It's so good. So on the whole, I'm giving it 11 billion out of 10. I'm so happy it's in my life.
I'm happy for you.
I'm so happy it exists. I need a series, not a follow-up. I don't want to the only character that was a bit disappointing, it also did the whole Asian parents trope thing, which I know that a lot of Asian kids love to see because stereotypes exist for a reason. The whole don't show who you really are, hide it away, just put on the best face you can, front facing. So there's that element to it as well. That's the trauma. They were told to hide their true selves. So I think it's so good.
I feel like inevitably
I'm waiting for my merch. I've ordered a Huntrix top and an OCD
we
cat
should
top.
be planning to go to South Korea at one point.
Oh, well, I'm all about all I use on my face is Korean skincare now. It's true. That one opened up
Such is her respect for the culture.
truly. They're so far ahead of
they are,
us
I
in
know.
in beauty treatments alone. The things that I've had done to my face in the last 6 months,
Right.
all Korean based.
Right. They are.
If I ever go there,
it's a key part of
I
their
might
culture.
come
I'm
back
aware
as
of
Halle
that.
Berry. I'm just warning you. If I'm ever let
She
loose in
is
Korea,
officially a different ethnicity.
because apparently you can just walk around Korea and just head in and just go, I'll have one of everything on the
It's
menu.
incredibly prevalent. Yeah.
My facial lady, Felicity, she goes every 3 months. They woo her. They pay for her to go there. And then she goes and does she tours all the factories of all the new kind of beauty things. And she comes back and she guinea
God.
pigs my face.
And you're a willing guinea pig.
100%.
You're like, put me on that guinea pig wheel. I'll do it.
Put it all in, all of it. She's like, now what do you want done to your face? And I'm like, yes.
Everything.
No, I just say yes.
Okay.
So no, I'm right into I'm getting into Korean culture in 2025. We should go to Korea. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
I mean,
Let's do it.
I need an Asian country that I haven't been to.
Me too. I've never been.
Same.
All right, Korea, we're coming. Imagine all the Huntrix stuff I'll be able to get. Woo! Okay, let's talk about how my son sold me out at the fucking park.
I'm intrigued.
So.
For his own gain is what I want to know.
No, not for his own gain. Just.
Left you out to dry.
He just
hung you
doesn't
out
see
dry.
me as a person.
Well, to be fair, you often don't.
No, you don't. It's not his fault. And he said that. He said, I don't see that. Anyway, we went for a bike ride. I don't own a bike that works. So I was an adult on a kid's scooter. You know when we see those people at the lights and we're
I'm
like,
familiar, yeah.
We judge. We do judge adults who ride kids' scooters. Well, that was me. Elio was on his little BMX. I was on the scooter. We drove to the Aqueduct Trail because where we live, you have to be Lance Armstrong to be able to ride around our house.
Yeah.
The hills are intense. So we drive to a flat bike park and we ride for a bit and then we go to there's this beautiful park.
Yeah.
So we get on there, I'm scootering, I've got a backpack full of stuff and everyone's judging me and I can't make eye contact with anyone I'm passing on my fucking scooter, on my Razor. So we get to the park and we decide he's been watching a lot of Ninja Warrior, so he wants me to put together a little obstacle course for him because he loves
as in
Ninja
the reality show.
Yes, he loves watching people do obstacle courses. So there's a little part of the park where you can do that.
Okay.
And so he and I are like doing push-ups and chin-ups and I'm so fit. I'm fit, mum.
Yeah.
And I'm like feeling good. I take my jumper off. I'm in my like little active wear.
It's 8 degrees, but I'm
so
burning.
cold. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm able to do like chin-ups on my own now. I'm like, and
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor. Oh, I'm living my full T2 fantasy. I'm able to now get this. I bet you can't do this. I'm able to now put myself across monkey bars, one arm at a time, skipping one in between.
I actually think I probably could do
I don't
that.
think you can.
Okay.
If this was breakfast radio, we would now go do an outside broadcast at a park.
Yeah.
I was surprised how easy I found it. I was a glamorous chimpanzee. I'm feeling good. I start noticing people are kind of looking over our way and I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm fit, mum.
Yeah.
So then he wants to play a game of chasey and I'm like, yeah, okay, let's play chasey. So I'm sprinting around, hair in a ponytail, living my best life. People are looking at us more and more, must be recognising me and then thinking, God, look at that.
Thinking, has she gone to South Korea? That face.
Yeah. Look at that older mum. God, she's just running around. And I can feel them just thinking, she's really looking after herself. She looks so great.
Yeah.
So after a lot of chasey, we're like, okay, we're going to go home now. And I go to put on my top and I look down and I see that one of the padding from my bra, like in sports bras, they put padding in.
Yeah.
The fucking cowards who make sports bras won't commit to the padding, so they don't attach them in any way, so they move around willy-nilly.
They're
Nearly
loose.
a Velcro strip. They're just in there hanging on for dear life. Right?
That seems insane.
No, they don't, because some women are larger busted and want the option of removing the padding. Just pop a little Velcro dot. They're like $9.95 from Spotlight. But these assholes commit to something. Commit to my chest. So I look down. There's an entire boob pad
Oh, no.
sitting in the middle of my chest.
Like an alien chest burster or something.
My skin is so fucked from sunburn that I have no feeling in it. It's dead. So I didn't feel it. So this whole time I've got like a third boob sitting high.
And then one flat chest and one.
Correct.
Oh, one Kardashian boob.
So
oh, no.
I look down at Elio and I'm like, what's this? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm so feeling Elio in this moment. I've been
And he
here
looked
before.
up to me panicked and he's like, oh no, I didn't notice. I said, but look at it now. He goes, it looks like you've got 3 boobs, mum. I said, why don't you? He goes, I don't see you like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He goes, oh, when I just look at you, I just see mum, but I don't see that. I was like, that's very articulate. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
But also, mate, so then we had to have a discussion about, okay, if you ever see something that I can fix within 10 seconds, you need to tell me. If mummy has something in her teeth, if mummy has something on her face, if mummy has like a blood stain on the back of her pants, if there's something that I can fix in 20 seconds or 10 seconds, you've got to tell me. So then we have to hypothesize, and then he's listing off all the rank things. What if you poo your pants? I'm like, yeah, I'll probably notice that, babe.
Probably. But still say, just in case.
So
I don't know how sunburned
then
your aunt
I'm
is.
raging against the activewear industry. I'm raging. And then we get back to the car, and I get off the scooter, and I pull my leggings up, as is my wont, because I have a large bum and a smaller waist, and oftentimes my Harry high pants, as they slide down. As I pull them up, I go a little too hard, and the seam that runs up my vagina really gets like it flosses my lips. And then I sit in the car and who decided that we needed a vaginal seam on leggings? Because we don't. And I want to find the man who decided that we needed the vaginal seam and just run a piece of tooth floss up the middle of his penis and cut that sausage in half and flail it to the sides and be like, how do you like it? Because when I'm doing a squat at the Eltham Leisure Centre, people don't need to see the outline of my outer and inner labias, but they can. And I don't understand the structural reasoning for a big seam up my vajuts.
Well, if we have an engineer who's listening, please tell us. Is it necessary?
It's not, because you can buy yoga pants that don't have the seam running up the vajuts.
Yeah. Should you buy the yoga pants?
I have,
Okay.
but they are see-through when you squat.
Oh,
so
God.
the power
my
squatting
God.
pants have the big seam up your flaps.
Yeah.
But the yoga ones, for more gentle ladies who don't bend over apparently, are sans vaginal seam.
Oh, my God. There's a hole in the
shit.
market. And yes.
Well, my
invisible
holes had it.
Yes.
It's painful. And it makes me think about, as I said, and I digress, and it's the circle of life, and we go back to the beginning, the boys at my high school used to call leggings mumblers because it looked like your lips were muttering things as you walked, not your lips on your face.
I thought it was, God, I really thought it was going to be something to do with like mums wear those, but no.
No, it was down here. The cotton would go up inside and as we moved, it would be, and you'd hear the boys go, sorry. Oh, she's wearing mumblers.
Wow, that is
disgusting.
Elaborate and detailed. And, you know, I kind of almost weirdly respect the Eltham College boys that came up with that rather strange angle on this situation.
Have you guys ever heard mumblers for leggings?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
I've
So
never
gross.
heard of it.
So my TED Talk, my PhD, my purpose in life, K-pop demon hunters, and no more vag seams. There is simply no reason to do it. And they're back. Vag seams went away for a bit, but
Right.
now back. I don't understand. I went to Rebel the other day to try and find leggings sans vag seam. Vag seams coming out the wazoo. I don't understand why we need it. Because if they did that to men, if up the middle of every pair of underwear all of a sudden was just this big cord that just chopped your sausage in two, like it looked like it just been packed in like a rack of lamb, it wouldn't happen. Anyway, that's my rant. Before we head into sealed section where we will be dissecting Barbara Streisand's new offering.
Not just Barbara. Two other divas have got involved as well.
We're going to be doing an OK stop on a behind-the-scenes video. It's 2 minutes in length, so get ready for that.
It will probably be 40 to 50 minutes talking about it.
Our entertainment correspondent, Michael John Lucas, wishes to talk about the Bezos wedding.
Oh, I mean, I was surprised.
Set the scene.
Okay. Jeff Bezos, is he the second richest person in the world? I think so, head of Amazon.
I'm aware.
Also owner of Washington Post and cozy with Donald Trump these days, is marrying Lauren Sanchez, astronaut, former
Thank you for recognising that.
television
Although it has
journalist.
fallen out with former astronaut and friend Katy Perry.
Have we confirmed that they've fallen out?
Oh, she's not at the wedding.
She wasn't at the wedding. She's on tour in Australia.
I feel like the dates for the wedding would have been known a little while ago.
She could have arranged those dates. Well, she did. Katie did put a tour on sale very early because remember it was straight after the grand final.
And she was at the bachelorette party with Kim K, who's been seen cavoodling with Orlando Bloom. Oh, girl code.
Anyway, they took over Venice for their wedding, which was allegedly over $50 million. It drew a lot of protests. They had A-listers from all around the world fly in, and it was a
Had Kevin Costner Waterworld vibes.
As we know, out of the two of us, one of us is probably more prone to, shall we say, a florid overstatement or, just coming down pretty hard on something. But truly, when I was looking at this, I did feel like we're moving into end times. Every picture that came out, I felt like we are treading closer to the collapse of everything because we know that the rich are getting richer. But I guess what shocked me about this was how flagrant they were being about it. There's a lot of bad shit happening in the world. A lot of bad shit happening in the world not too far away, really, from where they were. Venice itself.
Literally sinking. It is a literal
It's a
sinking
climate
city.
change disaster. All the locals are moving out. It's been kind of wrecked by tourism. All the locals are desperately trying to save it. And I know it's like some sort of city of love and everything like that.
Basic bitch.
Yeah, it's
What
basic.
a basic bitch thing. Its only thing worse would have been Paris.
And then also, like Lauren Sanchez, obviously we don't judge a woman by looks or anything like that, but she very much has what you would call the MAGA look, which is she looks like she could be on Fox News. And what that means is very cosmetically enhanced, and obviously so no apologies. This is we really go hard with that, as the Kardashians do. And the fact that they were all assembled without, I know that they did apparently donate some money to some environmental things or something like that, but traditionally when people, you can remember when people used to get married, celebrities, and they would do everything they could to keep it a secret, not give out the date. Like Madonna rented some weird Scottish castle and tried to shut it, and no picture possibly got out.
There's always tents and stuff.
This was we
The
had
opposite of that.
the foam party, there was a pajama party, and needless to say, every guest was all over their Instagram. The one that shocked me, I guess, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Had just come from a climate summit, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron bagged them all out.
He wouldn't reveal his face in
Can I
pictures.
give you my quick
What did
hot take?
Charlize say?
Now, can I give you my quick hot take?
Yeah.
Anna Wintour quit Vogue over this. That's my hot take. Sanchez was on the front cover of Vogue.
Oh, was she?
Anna Wintour quit just before that came out.
Sanchez was on the front cover of Vogue.
Sanchez
That-
was on
that-
the front
that-
shit
that gives
of
me another-
American
yeah.
Vogue.
Where-
and Anna
this is end
Wintour
times.
said, Anna Wintour, who has been at Vogue for how many decades, literally said, if you do this,
Yeah.
I walk. And such is the power of the second richest man in the world. He bought that cover and Wintour is out. So you think it's a coincidence that Anna Wintour quits publicly
Nah.
and then that's the cover?
I am the very first to piss on your conspiracy theories, not this one. I
Thank
feel like
you.
you're right on.
I feel so vindicated.
Yeah.
You should have seen me. When I read the story that Anna Wintour quit, I was like, it's over Sanchez. I've never been surer in my life.
But at the tone deafness as well, surely they absorbed the reaction to the Blue Origin flight. But this taking
Can I ask
over,
you a question?
Yeah.
Was everyone paid to be there?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
do.
I think that he's developed a level of political media and just business power that people feel like they've got to go kiss the ring.
I genuinely think it was an all expenses paid invitation.
I think maybe I'm sure all of their accommodation and everything was paid.
It's
but I
a
don't think they
200-person wedding. Why are they inviting?
They can't know these people that well.
No.
They can't.
And it's only 200 people. That's a small amount for very wealthy, famous
it is,
people.
actually. It is. I had more
And I
than that
was
at my wedding.
Looking at some of the people arriving going, are you
What?
calling that person when your dog dies? You know what I mean?
Totally, totally. And that is
wedding
the
guests are
threshold for a wedding.
close.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely think some people were paid to be there for publicity. How do you feel about Oprah?
Deeply conflicted. Deeply conflicted. I don't know that I should have expected anything different. Oprah is herself a billionaire. But I feel like, by and large, I do see her as someone, not always, but who has tended to be on the right side of history sometimes before a lot of other people. And you can point out a bazillion lapses of that, I know. But she's put out a lot of content for a lot of years. But certainly clips circle round about stances she took to, in terms of queer representation and political advocacy way back in the 80s. And there's, as much as there's been bad parts of her legacy, there's been a lot of really good ones. But also one thing I would say about Oprah is typically I felt like she's a good read of the mood and the audience. And this time I feel like, whoa, we are in the cost of living absolute crisis.
There are people starving.
Yeah.
There are people
There are people being deliberately starved.
Exactly. And that's why, everyone's like, billionaires should not exist in a world where I heard it was said if the top 1% just paid the taxes they owed, that's it.
Yeah.
By the way, Jeff Bezos paid 0 in income tax in 2007.
astounding. Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
If they just paid what they actually just owed 1 year, they would abolish homelessness in the States.
Oh. And also,
it's wild.
It's easy to sort of say, "Oh, we've always had rich people." No, not like this.
No, this is a
Not like
different
this.
level.
Like the absolute and over the pandemic, it just blew out. And Amazon in particular, like everyone started turning to it, and his wealth quadrupled or something. And now his level of wealth is just so, and Musk as well, and Mark Zuckerberg, those tech bros that are all cozy with Donald Trump.
Well, I'm having a real issue with us being on Spotify currently. And I can say that now because I'm not with them. The guy, the CEO of Spotify, has bought into AI military tech, and it's grim. And so money that we've put towards artists, streaming their music, has gone directly now to funding war machines.
Well, and the other, I mean, they are all of them united. All of those tech guys are lobbying Trump, saying we want no regulation on AI. And AI has the potential to be dangerous. And it's kind of like, I've heard people saying it's as if when they were developing nuclear power, we got all these corporate rich people just able to go, you know what, government stay out of this, no control, let us run the whole thing. Recipe for disaster.
But it's also dumbing a generation, which is what they want. It's also taking away critical thinking skills because people are turning to ChatGPT to critically think for them. So their brains are no longer now questioning things, which therefore leads to a much more compliant population, which means their ways more, like if you go right down into the, and I have, don't worry, into the conspiracy theories of it all. But yeah, this wedding is so many celebrities. I looked down, I was like, really, bro? Did you talk to your PR?
What did you think about Oprah being there?
Oh, I thought it was disgraceful. I refuse to. There's all these like accounts going, yeah, we know it's awful. We know this is the Hunger Games, the capital, but let's talk about the fashion. Like, no.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the fashion. Let's not give them any eyes on.
I also resented how much coverage there was of it everywhere. I know we're playing into it to a certain extent, although I hope we're giving it a critical eye. But yeah, it was just like
But also, who cares? Who is a Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez fan?
Yeah.
Who are their fans?
And when I click on the age, I don't expect to be seeing like proper news stories about the foam party they had on a yacht.
Sir, you are in your 50s. This is not redheads in 1996 at Albert Park.
It's not.
Last time I went to a foam party.
Me too, exactly then.
I wore a bikini out. Who am I?
What a gross tradition. What is the appeal?
Imagine the cleanup for the cleanup crew the next day too.
Oh.
Which bodily fluid is that? What a fun game.
But what is the appeal of foam?
Is it foam? Is it sperm? I
Because
don't
anything
know.
can happen under the foam.
I think it's that idea of, with the sexy car wash gals. You put the foam on your nips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So I've been told.
Wow.
Dries your skin out. The Korean skincare people wouldn't be happy with me attending a foam party now.
Having said that, parallel to that Democrat mayor candidate won in New York, which is a sign of this is what's going to happen. Like people are going to like swing further towards like socialist candidates that are expressly running on we've got to get rid of this wealth disparity. So like flaunt your wealth at your peril.
Well, the New York mayor's platform is literally defund the police, eat the rich. And he won. So watch this space. Okay, well, thank you for joining us this week. Spirited discussions coming up next. In the sealed section is a extreme deep dive into Barbara Streisand, Mariah Carey, and Ariana Grande.
From a spirited discussion to a very spiritual discussion. Because these are deities as far as we're concerned.
100%.
We're concerned.
We'll be talking about that. Next Monday, my shows are kicking off at the Brunswick Ballroom. I'm very excited. We had a rehearsal this week. It's just nice to not have to worry about remembering a script. I don't even know what I'm wearing. What are we?
How delightful.
A few days out. I've decided though, I think I'm going to go Miley rock chic. I think I'm going to do rocker girl. I think that's who I am this week. It's going to change every week.
The set list is ever evolving, of course.
The set list will change. The rehearsals certainly sorted the
Rock.
wheat from the chaff. No, the set list isn't rock.
Oh, okay, right.
No, I'm going to be, my
sure,
character
sure.
will be
Okay,
rock M.
Okay.
But because we're getting ready for Beyonce's rock era, which is going to be a very big tribute to Tina Turner. You mark my words, there will be a Tina Turner cover on Beyonce Act 3. It's coming, it's happening. I'm telling you, mark it in your calendar.
Oh, I want to.
Okay.
I wish she'd give us a date, but she won't.
No, she won't. So please, I'm looking forward to seeing all of your beautiful faces July 7th, July 14th, July 21st, and July 28th. All right, into sealed section we go. Bye.
Emsolation with M. Rossiano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios. Hosted by M. Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley. Produced by M. Rossiano. Edited by Ezekiel Fan with videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, M. Rossiano and Marcello Rossiano Barrow with assistance from Jim Evans and Isabella Hines. You'll find links to get more Emsolation on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. And thanks for listening. We can't wait to chat with you again soon.